Yeah, so hi, my name is Leon, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm the trans non-binary intersex and gender identities plus officer. I kind of had always been interested in the kind of media industry to some degree. At sixth form, I took a film course. I'd been doing drama at secondary school before then as well. I'd always been kind of the weird kid and stuff, and I think been passively aware that I wasn't the same as my peers in some sense, but I couldn't really pin down what it was. And also, like, being mixed race and stuff, I was like, well, I already stick out from the crowd. The bullies at my school probably realized before I did, because I got singled out a lot. I was at a really small sixth form, and so there was very much just like this community aspect there. I was already around a lot of other queer people and people who were friends with those people, so like I kind of knew that there was like a protected bubble around. That kind of just gave me the comfort to then like actually like think about things and not just ignore all the signs and like come out to my friends when I was ready. When I was looking at universities, it definitely was kind of clear that there was a lot of support here, which kind of helped ease those concerns, I'd say. Looking at the SUBU website, seeing that there was not only an LGBT society, but there was also LGBT campaign, a trans non-binary campaign, which was separate from it, which kind of showed a lot more like progressive than some universities that just lump everything together. At Freshers, I kind of made a beeline to find the LGBT society, and so with that I bumped into Iris, and the person who was the current president, spoke to them for a bit. Very quickly after that, they then said they needed a health and safety officer because they didn't have one, and I was also kind of passively aware that like my course already was going to need me to know about health and safety because we do risk assessments and stuff, so I just signed up for it. Throughout the year, I kind of gradually increased my involvement. I went from being health and safety to communications. In my first year, we'd kind of like knew of the campaigns, but not like engaged with them in any way. The closest we ever had was there was like a film night, and as the society we were all like, oh, let's go to that. Like, why not? But it was very much like a separate entity at the time. And so when I became the president of the society in my second year, it was kind of a thing that I wanted to try and make a change for. As the year went on, I just got more and more ideas. I was like trying to organize events and organize things for the society rather than just listening to other people on the committee and doing what I was asked. We noticed in the society quite early on that like there was a lot of kind of concern around Christmas. It's like a lot of people view Christmas as like this big family thing, and like obviously if you have that, then it's great and it can be like a really great time to settle down with everyone you care about and enjoy that time of year. For a lot of queer students, it's nothing like that. I was talking to people who were talking about like basically having to hide the fact they were trans over Christmas and go back to being this girl that they didn't want to be, and people who would have to not invite like their partner to Christmas because their family wouldn't like it. A lot of people in the queer community talk about the idea of chosen family. You have the family that you grow up with, but you can also choose to make your own family of people who actually you feel care about you and support you in a way that you need. And so like the idea of Queermas even from first year was just to do something for Christmas and have some sort of support for everyone to have a Christmas with chosen family. We ran like a small event that year at the old fire station just to like have something. This year I think was probably one of the like best things that I feel like I've had an involvement with at uni, because we had like a proper Christmas dinner, we had music and karaoke, and like speaking to people said that it did feel like a family Christmas, and from that alone it was a really like important thing, and I'm really glad that I got to be a part of that and have involvement in setting it up. The Gender Expression Fund was set up like last summer basically as a way of ensuring that trans students and other like gender diverse students can get access to like gender affirming products, so things like binders and packers and breast forms. A lot of the things that can increase someone's quality of life like tenfold. Like I know people who having binders has basically saved their life. They're so expensive, and especially like uni students, we don't have money. We're already dealing with a lot of financial pressure learning to live on our own, and So it was very much like I went to like an NUS conference and I heard like rumblings that Cambridge University had some sort of support for trans students. And so I kind of beelined the person who was talking about it, asked them a whole load of questions, and came back from conference basically just being like, can I do this? I was very pleasantly surprised because I didn't really face much like barriers to doing it. It was very much speaking to people at the student union. Everybody was like, that sounds like a good idea, that sounds useful. We just need to see like if we have the resources for it. I think it's one of the things that I'm again like most proud of at uni. I remember just being downstairs and one of my friends was like opening the package they got from it and just seeing how excited they were about it. It's been really great to see that, and like I'm very thankful for the student union and stuff for being so supportive of trying to set that stuff up. I was pretty outspoken. I've always been someone who is quite happy to speak my mind, but in terms of like actively doing things, that was a lot less, whereas now I have the confidence to kind of plan things out. I think it's one of the things I've enjoyed the most at uni as well, is that involvement. Also the confidence to like go to people in the student union and be like, hey, I want this thing changed, or I want this thing done, which at the start I never would have done. I consider myself an activist to the level of I'm a marginalized student and therefore I have to fight for myself, but to go any further than that and like fight for other people was the kind of thing where I was like, oh, someone else with more confidence and more like voice can do that. I don't know what I'm doing, and now I feel pretty confident that that's the sort of thing that I actually can go and do. Like, yeah, if you want to make change, why wait for someone else to do it?